Hi, thanks for joining me for this video. My name is Genevieve Lamar-Lemay, Stars and Resources Intern at the Association for the Advancement of Sustainability in Higher Education, or AASHE for short. This video is part of a series where AASHE staff highlight data quality tips and resources for the latest credits in STARS, the Sustainability Tracking, Assessment, and Rating System. Today I'm going to walk through everything you need to know to submit high quality and accurate STARS 2.2 content for EN14, the Participation in Public Policy credit. During this video, I'll be referencing a few different resources that will be helpful as you work on this credit or others. If you're new to some of these resources, there's an article and website navigation video in the STARS Help Center under Basics, which provides additional guidance. Colleges and universities can be powerful voices in advancing sustainability through legislation and policy. So this credit recognizes institutions that advocate for policy changes and legislation to advance sustainability broadly. The maximum of 2 points can be earned when institutions promote sustainability through policy advocacy at 3 of the following 4 levels: municipal or local, state, provincial or regional, national, and international. We encourage institutions to pay close attention to this credit, partly because it is very likely that it will be reviewed. It also has one of the highest error rates in STARS, and we see a lot of misinterpretation in the credit criteria. You can find a summary of issues in one of 2 locations, either the Help Center credit article or the STARS 2.2 review template. For this video, I'll direct you to the 2.2 review template. EN14 recognizes institutions that promote sustainability through policy advocacy at 4 levels: municipal or local, state, provincial, or regional, national, and international. In order to count, the policy advocacy must have the implicit or explicit support of the institution's top administrators or governing bodies. A common issue we see is referencing an advocacy effort that is championed by a student group or individual faculty or staff member with no indication that the effort is supported by top administration. So examples that likely would not count include a class project or a faculty member's service. In addition, advocacy efforts that are made exclusively to advance the institution's interests or projects may not count. For example, advocating for more government funding for campus sustainability in general may count, whereas lobbying for the institution to receive funds that are already appropriated would not. By far, the most common issue we see is not referencing specific policy advocacy efforts. According to the credit language, policy advocacy may include one of 3 things: supporting or endorsing legislation, ordinances, and public policies, active participation in campaigns aiming to change public policy, and discussions with legislators in regards to the above. A very common mistake is an institution referencing community partnership efforts or research initiatives, but not providing detail on any type of political advocacy that takes place through those partnerships. Keep in mind, EN10, Community Partnerships, recognizes sustainability-focused partnerships, whereas research initiatives are recognized under the research subcategory. Such efforts should only be mentioned under this credit if it can be affirmed that the institution also engaged in political advocacy with top administrative support through that partnership. Another common issue we see involves misclassifying the level of government involved in the advocacy effort. For example, advocacy with the city government should only be reported under municipal and local, and efforts involving state representatives should be reported under state, provincial, and regional. Responses should only be duplicated if there is clear advocacy at multiple government levels. If a single policy advocacy effort involves multiple levels of government, it can be mentioned in more than one section, as long as you provide detail under each section specific to how advocacy with that level of government has occurred. The FAQs section of the Help Center credit article includes a list of common national and international policy advocacy initiatives that a number of institutions have referenced in their responses. Review FAQ what common advocacy programs can count under this credit. The Help Center article for this credit includes something different under the Reporting Examples section. We've compiled a list of institutional responses that fully meet the credit criteria to demonstrate that you don't have to give a lot of detail to address the criteria for this credit. As you can see in this collection of reporting examples, responses can be as short as 1 or 2 sentences. For each section with a yes response, at least one example must be found that includes the following 3 components. A legislative body that is relevant to each government level. Here we labeled the legislative body in blue with an L subscript. We're also looking for information about a sustainability-related policy initiative here. It's highlighted in green text with a P subscript. Finally, implicit or explicit support from top administration or governing bodies should be indicated, which we've highlighted in purple text and in S subscript. To recap, here are the main issues to watch out for under this credit. Not demonstrating implicit or explicit support of the institution's top administrators and/or governing bodies, not providing information about a policy advocacy with a legislative body, and referencing an initiative that does not relate to the policy level for a particular section. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please post in the STARS community or reach out to stars@aashe.org. We're happy to help. Thanks and best wishes on your STARS journey.